Pretty. These shells are called jingles. I don't know why. My wife wanted me to collect some. They have gold and silver and white and black. And so I just collected a bunch of them on the beach to take them back to her. Campsite number 12. Spent my last night here. The rest of my nights were over in the overflow. Been here many times. I'm coming to Edisto Beach since I was a college student in the early 70s, and now I'm retired and I still love to go to the place. But I like this particular campsite because right on the other side of that vegetation is the beach. You get a nice sea breeze to keep the mosquitoes off you and the gnats. For the most part, you have shade. It's a pull through and you don't have to back in, and you're right between two showers. And it's just a great place to be, and I'm sure if you go online and look, you'll find that all of these campsites are really booked, and it's hard to get a spot anymore these days. So if you don't know what this is a whelk egg casing containing hundreds of little tiny whelk shells. I think these are pretty much all hatched out now. So here's a lightning whelk that you might find in one of those egg casings. So this is where one of those big sea turtles came up on land last night and made its way all the way up here and buried the eggs. I'm surprised that the rangers haven't been out here yet. And right over there, buried the eggs. Right there. And then took off and went back into the ocean. And this happens a lot. Yep, this is what they look like. I caught this picture a couple years ago with one that was still in the sand when the sun was coming up. This is the inlet at Jeremy Cay, 1 mile from the campground, heading north as you walk. And this is where I have fished Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And caught 10 flounder, 4 were keepers. The tide is coming in. Thought I'd get up early this morning, come out here, take one last stroll before I head back home. Interesting. Well, these are the 2 keepers. Caught 5 flounder today, and really good day. So, for those who might be interested, this is my flounder rig of choice, and this is what I caught the flounder on this week. So, all total, I caught 10 flounder. 4 were keepers. The 4 that I caught were between 15.5 and 16.5 inches. This is a loggerhead nesting site, and they've marked it. And the turtles come in, the loggerhead turtles come in at night. And usually between, let's see, May and I guess the hatchlings are all out by October. So no lights on the beach during that time. So these are some of the things I found on the beach. Very interesting stuff. Vicky loves it when I bring home these sand dollars. And this thing coming up is a knobbed whelk. Brown, chocolatey, milky color. Love it. And this is a Florida horse conch right here. Love it. Okay, this is the 4th time that I've noticed hiking out to the inlet that a turtle, a loggerhead turtle, has come up and laid its eggs. And that is where it has laid its eggs. And then it took back off and went back into the ocean. So it comes in, lays the eggs, and goes back out. And this pretty thing is a pear whelk. Pretty. Okay, this is the 5th time hiking down to the inlet from the campsite, about a mile, that I found that a loggerhead has come in and gone out. had to climb up this steep embankment and get all the way over here to bury her eggs. This is a fossilized stingray barb. One of the most painful experiences I've ever had at Edisto Beach was when I got nailed by a stingray, and that pain was incredible. It was creeping up my leg for a good hour, and I was to the point where I was getting desperate, thought it was not going to stop, and anyway, it did stop, and after a few hours, I was okay. But wouldn't want to have to repeat that experience again. 6 loggerhead nesting sites. This is where the loggerhead came up and deposited her eggs, and then went back. And I hope the rangers are coming to take care of this, because the tide is coming in and they're not going to be able to see some of these because they're close to the edge. But anyway, hope they get taken care of. It is absolutely amazing how fast a week goes by. I just hate to see it happen, but your vacation ends before you know it. If you're out on the beach or in a state park in South Carolina, you might run across a Perry rock. I've deposited hundreds of these. I go back a few days later, they're always gone or picked up, because you can either move or keep this rock. It has my name, and then it has that you can find me on Facebook or YouTube, Perry Rush, and I have a lot of videos out there that really talk about the positives of the state parks. And people find these, keep them. I found them from other people and keep them, or move them so somebody else can find them. But it's just a lot of fun to find these when people make what's called a rock drop.